Hello, everyone, and welcome to what we're going to be calling our Super Reviews. It's going to be the Tube Socks channel's own weekly Dragon Ball Super Review show. And this week we're going to be starting off with what's going to be one of our probably favorite episodes this arc. I am Pat, one of the main hosts here, and my partner today is going to be Nathan.
Hey everyone. This
So,
is episode 93, correct?
yeah.
I was really looking forward to this episode because Frieza's gonna be in it.
Yeah, you're a big Frieza fanboy.
Yeah, he's my favorite villain, one of my favorite characters. Might be my favorite character, especially after the Resurrection of F movie. I got really hyped for that.
Well, you want to start it on off then?
Oh yeah. Well, episode kind of starts off after convincing everyone that letting Frieza join is definitely better than being erased. Goku heads off to King Yama's to get the ball rolling on getting Frieza resurrected. A lot of cool stuff happened in this conversation. Vegeta was pretty much sure that they could win by themselves, but Whis chimes in and says there's a mortal who's actually stronger than that universe's God of Destruction, and that God of Destruction is actually stronger than Beerus, and at least who we know right now, Vegeta and Goku can't beat Beerus.
That's kind of a big deal because if he's in the Tournament of Power, it's going to be a struggle.
Yeah, I mean that's gonna. I mean, if he's in the Tournament of Power, I think every universe is gonna pretty much have to team up, and at least some of their strong people beat up that guy. I mean, there's no way.
Yeah,
Um,
unless we see new transformations.
which I mean, it's gonna happen. Come on, it's
Come
Dragon Ball. I
on,
mean,
come on.
Super Saiyan Blue is getting kind of normalized. I mean, Android 17 is keeping up with Super Saiyan Blue. It's about time for a new transformation.
Heck, Gohan untransformed is keeping up with Blue.
Well, I'm assuming he was doing his channeling his Kai Ki or whatever he's got.
His ultimate power or whatever.
Yeah, whatever that is, he's channeling that. But still, yeah, he is in his normal form, and he did make mention that he wanted to be stronger than Super Saiyan with his own power. So, what else happened? Oh yeah, at the very end of the scene when Goku runs off, we notice a spy lurking in the background, watching over the Z fighters.
Yeah, and
Yep,
that's going to be kind of important later on.
definitely. And I think we move on to Universe 6, correct?
Yeah, and that's where Kaba and Cauliflower are trying to get Kale to be Super Saiyan so they can just bolster their team a little bit more. And after a little bit of motivation on Cauliflower's part, Kale finally becomes a Super Saiyan, kind of through her frustrations. And
It was weird. It was almost about sadness, like sadness and like frustration about how she wasn't good enough. It was
yeah,
weird.
not the normal anger we're used to, but she is not your typical Super Saiyan. She straight up bulks up and ends up looking like that female Broly we've been getting teasers images of for how long ever long.
I mean, she
And
looks like Broly just without as wide as shoulders and breasts. I mean, it's Broly.
this is a legendary Super Saiyan.
Yeah, it's probably the closest thing we're gonna get to Broly,
Canon Broly.
at least in show canon. Yeah, I mean, Broly was designed by Toriyama, so but still, it's show canon, and it's a girl. It's like awesome.
Yeah. And that
Uh,
was most of that scene, really.
I
All
mean,
it did kind of hint at was that Kale had a crush on someone this whole series of events with them trying to get her to transform. And it kind of ends up being more that we seems directed at Caulifla.
yeah, I did not expect her to be into girls, but I mean, it might not be that way. It is a kids show. She just might be really jealous of anyone paying attention to Caulifla, much less it
As,
be Kaba.
especially since she's supposed to be Caulifla's apprentice
Oh
or
yeah,
protege, whatever the way they described it.
but I did like they're still going with a lot of people had problems with the tingly focus energy at the back Super Saiyan. I don't really have a big problem with it. I think it's I think Masako X had a video on Saiyan biology and how you know things like this might work out, but the legendary Super Saiyan was insane, and Kaba had to like go Super Saiyan to even keep up. But I think that's a little bit later in the episode.
Yeah.
But she did turn Super Saiyan, legendary Super Saiyan, point at Kaba and go, "Kaba, I will end you."
It was great. I think that was the cut, and they went back to Universe 4 for a bit.
Yeah, we moved on to Universe 4 where Kitella, their god of destruction, the little mouse guy, and his entourage talked to a spy that we saw earlier in the episode. It's a pretty kind of short scene. I'm guessing these guys are going to be important later on because they talk about Frieza and how he's going to be a huge problem for them. Which is crazy because if Frieza's a problem for them, then Goku and Vegeta are certainly going to be, and Android 17.
Oh yeah.
There's not really much going on, but then we go back to Universe 7, right?
Yeah, it's Goku finally in hell with Vegeta or Frieza.
Yeah, and they meet for the first time. It was kind of a short cut, but Goku kind of approached the tree where Frieza's cocooned in. He just kind of says "yo," and Frieza slowly turns around in the
Like
cocoon.
classic bad guy spinning a chair around slow.
But he was just in a freaking little cocoon.
It's a
It's just really
bagworm.
funny. Yeah, it's a bagworm. Um, it's a really cool little scene for how short it was, and yeah, what Goku and Frieza said. Goku walks up to him, says, "And just for just 24 hours, wouldn't you want to get out of here?" Frieza responds with, "You're plotting something, aren't you?" Goku kind of smugly says, "Pretty much." It was such a cool little scene.
I mean, it wasn't that long, but it was the perfect little snippet of you getting a sense of the two of them.
Yeah, it's gonna be good, and I think we go back to Universe 6.
Yeah, it's Caulifla and Kaba start having to defend themselves from the rage and power of a legendary Super Saiyan, and I swear, Kale was using moves exactly Broly's moves, like
Oh yeah,
Buster Shell, all of it, and Kaba is just getting destroyed. Like, who was it with the one in the Broly movie? I'm trying to remember that got knocked into the building and you just see the area collapse around it. Was it Vegeta?
it was Vegeta. Yeah,
Yeah, he gets that exact scene happens to him where he just gets punched into a giant rocker building, whatever it was, and you just see the crater form from his body as he hits it.
yeah, great scream animation. This episode really had some bad animation moments, but there were some really cool ones too, a little stylistic, and that
And
was one
then
of them.
yeah, then Kale's pulling up a Buster Shell, gonna blow him up and like just straight up kill him, and Caulifla deflects it, but to do so, she had to look like she was in Super Saiyan 2 with like the lightning around all of the power and everything for a
And her
second.
hair definitely did stick up straighter too. When her hair was kind of hanging loose, a little bit like Super Saiyan 3. She's not Super Saiyan 3. She just has long hair, but she had the trademark SSJ2 like super spiky hair.
Yeah, so she might have just gone SS2 and have a legendary Super Saiyan in their back pocket too.
Yeah. Um, yeah, and we kind of get confirmed that Kale was jealous from Caulifla because Caulifla has to turn to Kaba. I think Kaba notices it first, doesn't
Yeah,
he? Yeah, he
I
notices
think
it
so.
first, and then Caulifla goes to like turns around. You're like, do you think I'd like this guy? You think I'd be so cheap of a woman to like this guy? And then she kind of powers down and passes out. But they share a smile because like we got to legendary Super Saiyan. We ain't getting erased. That's like I'd be pretty happy too. I'm really liking the theme. Like you don't need just pure hatred and rage to turn Super Saiyan. You can have a trigger being love. It's kind of cool,
Oh yeah,
and it kind of shows like this is a different Saiyan race. This is like more, more of
peaceful.
a normal race, not a warrior race. Getting it.
Yeah, and then after that scene, we skip right back to the good stuff with Goku and Frieza.
Yeah, he's kind of explains the situation to Frieza. After a bit of bargaining, Goku and Frieza come to an agreement. Frieza is officially our universe's 10th member. So hype! So hype. There's a lot of cool little interactions in this scene. Frieza, he like initially refuses it, and Goku just turns around and he's like, "Deuces, later." And then he obviously like has to go like, "Come on, man, I'm kidding." Um, and Frieza kind of wants more than just coming back for 24 hours.
He
He
wants
wants,
the whole dang revival.
yeah, and he wants them to get the Earth's Dragon Balls if they win and resurrect him. And Goku's like, "What do you expect, man?" And he's like, "Well, the best warrior in the whole tournament gets the Super Dragon Balls. Win those and come back." And Frieza just is like, "No, man, that is not. I'm not guaranteed to be resurrected. Then, Earth Dragon Balls are fine." And one of the coolest scenes, like, you kind of get to know that. I mean, you kind of know that Frieza and Goku are starting to really get to know each other. Frieza is like, "You're hopelessly curious about my evolution, aren't you? You want to fight me." And Goku kind of goes with the, "I know you're playing me right now, but
But
I'm
I
all right.
like it.
But I like it." And yeah, it happens, man. This something I just like hopelessly dreamed about 40 episodes. I mean, no, 20 episodes ago when this arc started. Like, I want Frieza to join this team, and it's happening.
Yeah, and
Well,
even the whole
hopefully.
thing, Frieza's like, "Do I get to kill people?" "No, Frieza, you don't." "I guess I'll just suffer."
Yeah, I'll make do. It's such a cool interaction. I'm really excited to see these people, like these two guys, fight side by side, better enemies for so long. But it's to be expected. I mean, Piccolo, bad guy, got punched in the face, good guy. Vegeta, bad guy, got punched in the face like 3 times, good guy. How many times has Frieza been
Frieza
punched in the
punched
face?
in the face. A few. A
Yeah,
few at least.
by
'Cause
multiple good guys. Piccolo punched him in the face. Vegeta punched him.
Goku punched him in the face. Trunks cut his face in half.
Yeah.
Goku punched him in the face again.
And Vegeta then punched him in the face, and then
Yep.
and then Frieza, about to lose, had Goku shoot him in the face with a Kamehameha to kill him the last time. But yes, it's about time for him to become a good guy. So he tells Frieza that, "Hey, I'm not gonna stick around, but Baba will be here to pick you up, fortune teller Baba." And they part. Goku goes to see Baba. They have a little quick discussion about it. She initially refuses, and then goes along with it. And she's like, "Where's my gift?" Goku hands her the Zen-O button, of all things, the Zen-O button.
And she just like, "Nope, nope, nope."
Yeah, I ain't about that, fam. And yeah, he says, "Well, I'll be back with a gift later." And then we go right back to Universe 4 as our last scene, and we see the spy telling Kitella that Universe 7 cannot be underestimated. Kitella turns to Kuru, I think, who is his Supreme Kai, and he says he's got the perfect plan to crush Universe 7.
Yeah,
But
all in all, I'd say this was a fantastic episode for as much filler as we've had this little bit of setup arc.
yeah, I mean, it's happening. The universe, think about what happened to this episode. Like, if you told me, like, 10 years ago that there will be an episode of Dragon Ball, right, where not only will I get to see a legendary Super Saiyan, and it's a girl, also in that same episode, Frieza and Goku would be teaming up for the sake of our universe, and they would be fighting that legendary Super Saiyan, I would have told you were absolutely ridiculous. Like, step off, there is no way that's happening. And you know what's happening? It's happening. This.
Yeah, this is
It.
gonna be a fantastic tournament as long as it goes right. There were some leaks lately that have been not so pleasant sounding potentially, but we will talk those another time, or we'll just talk about those episodes as they come out and see if they did match the leaks.
Yeah, let us know if you want us to talk about it in the comments, because we can talk about it right now and you won't be happy.
Damn it, Yamcha!
Well, that's not confirmed. But
No.
still, thanks everyone for tuning in for our first episode. It was a lot of fun making it, and see you next week.
So long, Space Cowboys.